This video is brought to you by Roll for Combat and The Fall of Plaguestone, an official Paizo actual play podcast. Join Prue, Cade, Brixley, and Celeste as they band together to save the village of Plaguestone from utter destruction. Listen now to The Fall of Plaguestone at rollforcombat.com. Hey everybody, Dave here with another Pathfinder rule reminder for you, and today's topic is creature size and reach for their melee attacks. This is actually something that I goofed up on one of my recent videos that was about how you stat out an animal companion, so I figured if I missed this in 2nd edition, then maybe some of you missed it as well. So in previous Pathfinder editions and other D20 role-playing games that most of us are familiar with, whenever a creature increased in size, then its reach increased by 1 square as well. So a medium-sized creature had 5 feet of reach with melee attacks, large-sized creatures had 10 feet of reach with melee attacks, huge-sized creatures had 15 feet of reach, and so on and so forth. So in 2nd edition, things work a little bit differently, and if you check out table 9.1 in the core rules, it lays it all out for you. And the bottom line is, if the creature is tall, so if it is vertically taller than it is long on the ground, then it progresses in much the same way that we're accustomed to, with every increase in size category generally increasing its reach by 5 feet. So they have 10 feet of reach if they're large, 15 if they're huge, 20 if they're gargantuan. An example of this would be a hill giant. If we look at their stat block, we can see that they are size large and they do have 10 feet of reach with their melee attacks. But for a creature like a lion that is longer than it is tall, then that progression is delayed a little bit. So on table 9.1, we can see that long-sized creatures, if they are size large, they still only have 5 feet of reach with their melee attacks. And then it goes up to 10 feet at huge and 15 at gargantuan. So if a creature is like a lion that is longer than it is tall, then at size large, it is still going to have only 5 feet of melee reach. But once you get past that delay for long creatures at size large, when that creature becomes size huge, then it does increase by 5 feet and it has 10 feet of reach with its melee attacks. And when it reaches gargantuan, then it's going to have 15 feet of reach with its melee attacks. So that's the bottom line. No longer do all creatures increase their reach by 5 feet with each size category. Now it's going to vary between if it is a tall creature or a long creature. There's nothing in a stat block that says this creature is tall or long. It's just up to the GM to figure it out. If you know, you use common sense and reasoning. Snakes, badgers, lions, tigers, these are all creatures that are longer than they are tall, so they will not get their increase in reach until they're size huge instead of size large. As always, if you have any suggestions for future rule reminders, please let me know in the comments. I'll make sure I leave links to any other relevant videos that I have that go into this topic in the description, so check those out if you want more information about size and reach. And I want to take just a brief moment to thank everybody out there in the community that supports me. I greatly appreciate it when you subscribe to the channel and you leave your comments and your suggestions, subscribing to the Patreon. It's fantastic to hear from you folks, and I greatly appreciate it when you do so. So thanks for watching, take care, and happy gaming.